Welcome to the Freelance Unlocked Behind the Scenes series, where I'm showcasing the amazing people who will be at a Freelance Unlocked Conference, the first and the best conference for freelancers that is made with love, and it'll take place in Berlin on May 14th, 15th, 2025. If you are a freelancer in Europe, it's an event made for you to learn, exchange experiences, and build your network of great freelancers and experts who move the freelance economy forward. So go to freelanceunlocked.com and grab your ticket right away. My name is Yuri, I'm a community builder at Freelance Unlocked, and my guest is Sandra Löhning, a senior partner manager at Exali AG. So, hello, Sandra.
Hello, Yuri. Thank you for having me.
Finally, happy to talk to you. And let's start with the beginning. So, tell me, how are you connected with the freelance world?
Well, as a partner manager at exali, exali is an insurance company absolutely focused in insuring freelancers and companies. So we are very focused on commercial risks, and I am a certified expert in insurances for commercial risks, professional indemnity, professional liability insurance. And so I've been advising freelancers and companies about their professional risks for several years now. So this is how I am connected to the freelance community. And most importantly, I'm also a freelancer myself. Yes, I'm working as independently as a ceremonial speaker. So I am specialized in eulogies. This is funeral speeches. So I know one or two things about freelancing and the associated risks.
So you definitely work, you connected to freelance world from different sides. So
Angles,
you totally have some understanding of the freelance economy, and I bet it's really great. So tell me, what is your quick take on freelance economy and how it will develop in the near future?
Well, the freelance economy is evolving rapidly, as it always has. Yeah, it's a very agile environment, very fast driven also. But we have current economic challenges. And from my point of view, competition is becoming fiercer than ever because companies, businesses are becoming more cautious with their budgets. And this means freelancers need to go beyond just delivering hard skills. They need to be skilled salespersons as well in order to thrive in this kind of economy and in this situation. So, I think it's a highly rewarding area if you do it right, and if you're a skilled individual, but it is also very competitive at the moment. Yes, and I expect it to stay so for the next years. In any case, yes.
Thank you so much for saying it out loud, because it's something that I always talk to freelancers and then like, how should I find projects? I applied to this project and I didn't hear back. And I was like, okay, you applied. What's next? Did you follow up? Did you find them on LinkedIn? Did you send them a message?
Yes.
No, do it. You have to stand out. So it's not that easy at the moment. So, and I'm curious, give me a sneak peek into what you'll be talking about on the Freelance Unlocked stage.
Yeah, well, I've brought a sales topic with me, of course, as a sales person. This is what I am absolutely focused on. I will be diving into customer or client typology. So I will be introducing various typology models and demonstrate how to leverage your understanding of different customer types. So what their specific needs are and their preferences. I will help you to learn and to optimize your communication with your clients. When you understand how your client communicates and what they need, what kind of communication, what kind of message they need from you, you will have more success But most importantly, this workshop will also help you to understand what type you are. So what is your own type? And our approach and our goal is to highlight and to help you understand where you might need to adjust your own communication or be particularly mindful in your communication with your client. Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. You talked about typology, and we'll dive deeper into this in a minute. But I also had a podcast conversation with human design expert, where you have your birth date, and then you have this human design profile.
Oh my God. Okay.
She told me that I'm a manifesting generator, and just by seeing my date and stuff, she told so much more about myself. And she told like, your sales type is you better answer to a request than selling yourself. And I was like,
Okay.
yes, it's so much better when someone is coming to me with a question, with a problem, with a challenge. It's so much easier for me to come up with a solution than me proposing someone a solution. And we'll talk about it just in a second. So there are so many freelancers hate sales. For some reason, I kind of understand them, but still, it's like yes and no. So I'm curious, why do you like sales? Like from your personal perspective, what do you like the most about sales?
First of all, I think I have a personality that makes it easy to be in sales. I am thriving in this kind of environment, you know, and it is. I'm also a bit of a competitive person sometimes.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I prefer to have a lot of freedom. So sales in general is very goal oriented. You know, you have a certain goal. You have, for example, in a lot of sales organizations, you have to deliver a specific number. Yeah, we need turnover or whatever number X from you in this year. But how you achieve your goal is often not defined in so much detail. So you are free how to approach your goal and how to achieve your goal. And this is what I appreciate very, very much, when I can just be creative and develop strategies to achieve my goals, and maybe try something on and out, and learn a lot. And I also love working together with different types, with different clients or customers, because I tend to learn so much from them.
Yeah.
And also, it is, in my opinion and for my personality, I like it when things work out, and it gives me inner peace when I know this is my number for this year. For example, work together with 60 partners at Exali, okay? And contact every partner once per quarter, and the outcome should be X, for example. And I did all that. Yeah. I have my list, I have my Excel, I have it noted, and everything went well. I sleep like a baby when everything is all right and my numbers are fine. Do you know that, Yuri? Maybe from your own experience as a freelancer, that a lot of freelancers, they seem to never relax. You know, they're always, oh, I've forgotten something, and how do I know that I am good enough at what I do? I do know that. I have my number. And honestly, for me, for my personality, this is very relaxing, and it sounds very simple, but that's just who I am, and I love working with people. I think it's fun. and I think it's very interesting to get a deeper understanding of different types, a direct results driven type or a structured type or very empathetic. And I think it's fun to mirror them and to give clients what they need from during a project. It means a lot of satisfaction for myself when I reach my goals, and my clients, my partners at Exali are happy, and also my freelance clients, of course. So
you know what? From this perspective, freelancing is really very similar to sales, because when freelancers are also reaching their profit goals, I believe that they can sleep well, because if they don't have projects, they have to find them. Yeah, it's a little bit of nerve-wracking, but otherwise it's all good. So coming back to this client's type and customer type, so what are you already told about some of them? So let's recall, what are some of the most common customer types that freelancers usually work with?
Well, freelancers often work with decision makers. So, and what kind of decision makers do you know when you think about your projects? Yeah, decision makers are often highly analytical. Yeah, they are often very results driven, action oriented. Sometimes you have the empathetic ones or relationship focused, but I would think, and that's my experience, when you think, for example, about procurement managers or CEOs, high-ranking individuals, mostly freelancers work with dominant personalities or with highly data-driven analytical personalities. What is your experience, if I may ask, Yuri?
Yeah, it's interesting, but totally I understand that clients need, they have some challenge, they have some task that it has to be done. And sometimes they may have some outcomes in their minds, but they don't know exactly how you describe the sales process. You may have some goal, but it's not always the way of how to get to this. So I feel like that's exactly why it's always up to freelancers to come up with, to ideate how exactly to reach this goal. And from my perspective, clients know, at least they think they know where they need to get.
Yeah.
And when they hire freelancers, it's freelancers' job to tell them how exactly to go there and help them to go there. And sometimes if it's not the right goal, if a freelancer understands that client has not the right goal, it's always a job of a freelancer to tell a client why it's not the right goal and what might be the right goal better. But it's always, a freelancer has to be really proactive in this way, to talk to people, to communicate with them, to explain why. Because at the end of the day, usually freelancers are hired not just to do some tasks, because that's exactly why you have full-time experts, but not everyone, but sometimes. But you have to be creative, and it's what I'm always trying. I'm always invested in every client I work with. I always try to understand their business goals, what they want to achieve, and how exactly my work can help them. So, and I highly try to motivate other freelancers to always do a little bit more, to be a little bit more invested in every project that they work on. But yeah, it's totally personal. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm fascinated from what you just said right now. If you have a client, you just said often clients don't know what the goal should be or how to approach the goal. And you as a freelancer have to deliver a quite dangerous message sometimes, that's no one wants to hear, oh, what you just said to me or how you just described this project, this won't work because so.
Yeah.
And this is where you do need communication skills and typology, because there is let me just dive into the typology a little bit, okay? A sneak peek, sneak preview. There is the insights model, for example. The insights model has works with with a color code. So you have the red type. The red type is a direct, results-driven, action-oriented client. The best, the fastest, the most innovative. The yellow type is a client type who is energetic, wants the big picture, very enthusiastic communicator. Yeah? The green type is someone very empathetic, very focused on a relationship with the freelancer, very value-driven, needs stability, for example. And then you have the cool blue, the detail-oriented, the structured, highly analytical client. And when I have to deliver, especially when I have to deliver a difficult message, yeah, if I do not share the opinion of my client on a certain topic, that's when my communication skills and my knowledge about typology especially come in handy. Yeah, because I know when I have to tell the red type, when I have to recommend a different approach or to adjust the goal, I will talk about results. I will say, hey, let's approach it in this way or in that way, because the result will be bam, bam, bam. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is how I work with different types. And the relationship focused type, I would invite them for dinner, for example. I would do some brainstorming with them so they feel comfortable with me in this process, and they will listen to me and to my expertise. And this is what our workshop and what customer typology is all about.
From your perspective,
yeah.
What is the hardest type of client to work with, and what is the best type of client to work with, and why?
Yeah, there is no universal answer. But I have a very good answer for you, nonetheless, and very easy. The more similar you are to your client, the more similar your personalities are, the more easier and more intuitive the collaboration will be.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you yourself are an analytical, fact-oriented person, you probably won't find a like-minded client difficult. Absolutely not. But if you have a client who is more relationship-oriented and likes small talk and prefers in-person meetings, that might be challenging for you. So, yeah, it is crucial to understand both your own communication style and the personality of the person you're dealing with.
That's exactly what you've told about, that it's not just only about clients typology, but also about your personal typology.
Yes.
Yeah, I would really love to learn even more, but that's exactly what will be at the workshop. So
yes.
till that time, what's one piece of advice you can give freelancers to help them communicate more effectively with their clients? Something that they can take right away and use right now and improve their skills till the conference?
I would say take a minute and ask yourself with each and every client, what does my client need from me in order to trust me? Hard facts, enthusiasm, empathy, stability. And then you deliver the message they need to hear from you in the way how they need to hear it.
Really interesting topic. Yeah.
It is
Yeah, no worries.
absolutely.
I still have so many questions, and I wish to have the sky as a limit, but time is a limit to our conversation. So the final question: what would you say to your friend if they asked you whether they should go to the Freelance Unlocked conference?
I would say absolutely, please, yes, go to the Freelance Unlocked Conference. When you are interested in a great network, when you thrive in an environment where you can learn so much from freelancers, from speakers, from very skilled individuals and companies who will be present. This is what I would say to my friends. And I did invite some of my friends to Freelance Unlocked
Hey.
because I love the concept. Absolutely.
And what is the best way to connect with you?
Well, you can connect with me on LinkedIn, of course, or directly at the conference. I'm happy about new contacts and about learning from each and every one of you as well, of the freelancers, of the visitors, the participants. Yeah, you can also contact me through the exali websites, of course. Yeah, and I'm very much looking forward to Freelance Unlocked and meeting you all.
Got it. Got it. Sandra, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom even before the conference. And I can't wait to learn even more from you on Freelance Unlocked. And yeah, hope to see you very soon in person.
See you too. And I'm really looking forward to it, Yuri.
And for those who listen, I hope they learn from Sandra's experience and say thank you to her in person at the Freelance Unlocked conference on May 14th, 15th, 2025 in Berlin. So go to freelanceunlocked.com, grab your ticket and meet you there.